So let us start. So we will prove in this class, we will prove 5 lemma and as a corollary short 5 lemma. So we will discuss 5 lemma and short 5 lemma. It is again about commutativity of the diagrams and exactness. So 5 lemma. Five lemma. Now consider a commutative diagram. Consider a commutative diagram. So consider the commutative diagram with exact rows. With exact rows. The diagram is this one. So it is a diagram of modules and their homomorphisms. So M1, M2, M3, M4, so M5. So there are 5 modules. So that is why we call it as a 5 lemma. And you have this homomorphism is F1, F2, F3, F4. Then at the bottom row, say this is N1, N2, N3, N4, N5. Say this man, this is G1, G2, G3, and G4. Okay. This homomorphism is say this is phi 1, this is phi 2, this is phi 3, this is phi 4, and this is phi 5. So this is a commutative diagram. So we have a commutative diagram like this one where the rows are exact. Then the theorem, the lemma says that, so there are three parts. If phi2 means these, if phi2, phi4, these homomorphism phi2 and phi4 are surjective, they are surjective, and phi5 is injective, and phi5 is injective, then phi3 is injective, the middle one, then phi3 is injective. Second, if no, this is surjective, phi3 is surjective. If phi2 and phi4 are surjective and phi5 is injective, then phi3 is surjective. Means जो phi2 और phi4 की प्रॉपर्टी होगी वही phi3 की भी प्रॉपर्टी होगी. And secondly, if phi2 and phi4 are injective, and in place of phi1, in place of phi5 to be surjective, if I take phi1 as surjective and phi1 is surjective, then phi3 is injective. Then phi3 is injective. And lastly, if phi1, phi2, phi4 and phi5 are isomorphisms, then phi3 is an isomorphism. Then phi3 is an isomorphism. So there are three parts. First part में हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम मान रहे हैं हमारे पास we have phi2 and phi4, ये वाले दोनों, ये दोनों अगर सब्जेक्टिव हैं और लास्ट वाली अगर इंजेक्टिव है तो बीच वाली जो ये phi3 है उसकी वही प्रॉपर्टी होगी जो phi2 और phi4 की होगी. इन द सेकंड पार्ट हम ले रहे हैं इन दोनों को इंजेक्टिव ले रहे हैं और इन प्लेस ऑफ phi5 अब हम phi1 पे कंडीशन लगाते हैं, phi1 इज सब्जेक्टिव, देन phi3 इज इंजेक्टिव. अगेन जो phi2 और phi4 की प्रॉपर्टी है वही phi3 की भी प्रॉपर्टी है सेकंड पार्ट में. और एंड लास्ट पार्ट एक्चुअली फॉलोज फ्रॉम पार्ट 1 एंड पार्ट 2. Okay, I think the statement is clear. Now let us see the proof. Now I call this square as 1. This square I call 1. I call this square as 2. This square as 3 and this square as 4. Now proof. Now what we have to show, हमें दिखाना है इस part में phi3 surjective है. Means if I choose any element here in n3, it has to have its pre-image back in m3. So one part. So let n3, small n3 belongs to n3. Okay. Then this g3 n3 would belong to N4. G3 N3 would belong to N4. Now, since phi 4 is surjective, since phi 4 is surjective, so there exists some M4 belonging to capital M4 such that this G3 of N3, which is an element of N4, it has to have its pre-image. So it is phi 4 of M4. Now if I take G4 of G3 of N3, it is equal to G4 composition G3 of N3, which is equal to 0 of N3, which is equal to 0. Why? Because this sequence is exact, rows are exact. So image of G3 is same as kernel of G4. Okay, this is because image of G3 is same as kernel of G4. So the composition is 0 here. तो ये 0 हो गया. But G3 N3 की value है आपके पास 5 4 M4. So this means this actually says that G4 of 5 4 M4 is 0. Now by commutativity of the fourth square, G4 composition 5 4 is actually 5 5 composition F4. Now by commutativity of square 4, it implies that you have this this 5 5 of this F4 of M4 equal to 0. Now 5 5 is assumed as injective, so this means F4 of M4 is 0 because 5 5 is assumed as injective. Now this means M4 belongs to kernel of F4. So this means M4 belongs to kernel of F4. Kernel of F4 is same as image of F3 by exactness. By exactness. So this means there exists some small m3 belonging to M3 such that this M4 is equal to F3 M3. Okay. Now N3 belongs to N3, capital N3, and this element phi 3 M3, it also belongs to N3. So this N3 minus phi 3 M3, it also belongs to N3. Now I will show that this element. So What if I take G3 of this? क्योंकि डोमेन ऑफ G3 जो है वो आपका N3 है. So as domain of this mapping G3 is N3, so I can apply G3 on this element. So now G3 of this N3 minus phi 3 M3. Since G is a homomorphism, so it is G3 of N3 minus G3 of this phi 3 M3. Now G3 N3 is this is G3 N3 is phi 4 M4. This is phi 4 M4 minus. Now by commutativity of the third square, this G3 phi 3 is same as phi 4 F3. So I can write it as minus phi 4 of F3 of M3 by commutativity of square 3 by commutativity of square 3. Okay, so this is actually phi 4 of M4 minus, now this F3 M3 is also M4 from here. So again this is phi 4 M4, and which is going to be 0. So this means this element belongs to kernel of G3. Okay. So this means this element N3 minus phi 3 M3 belongs to kernel of G3. Kernel of G3 is same as image of G2. So this means what? There exists some N2 belonging to N2 such that this N3 minus phi 3 M3 equals G2 N2. So let this equation be star. Now as phi 2 is surjective, phi 2 is surjective, and this element N2 has its pre-image under phi 2. So N2 would be phi 2 M2 for some M2 in M2. For some M2 in M2. Okay. Now this element F2 M2, F2 M2, it belongs to M3, and this element M3 also belongs to M3. So their sum F2 M2 plus M3, it also belongs to M3. So thus if now I can apply phi 3 on this element. So thus phi 3 of this element F2 M2 plus M3. Okay. Again, since it's a homomorphism, so it is phi 3 F2 of M2 plus phi 3 M3. Okay. Now phi 2 F3. Sorry, this phi 3 F2. Phi 3 F2 is same as G2 phi 2 by commutativity of square 2. So this is equal to G2 phi 2 of M2 plus phi 3 of M3. This is by commutativity of square 2. Okay. Now G2 phi now G2 phi to M2. Okay. Now phi to M2 is actually N2. So this is equal to then G2 N2 plus phi 3 M3. But by star, what is the value of G2N2? G2N2 has value this one, N3 minus phi 3 M3. So this is N3 minus phi 3 M3 plus phi 3 M3. And this cancels out, so I will get N3. So N3 I have chosen any arbitrary element. N3 मैंने कोई भी element choose किया था N3 का. तो मुझे इसकी अंडर फाइव थ्री अंडर फाइव थ्री मुझे इसकी प्री इमेज चाहिए थी कोई एलिमेंट M3 में. तो मुझे ये एलिमेंट मिल गया M3 में जो इसकी प्री इमेज है ना. आई गॉट दिस एलिमेंट दिस वन. ये जो एलिमेंट था F2 M2 प्लस M3. F2 M2 प्लस M3 ये इसकी प्री इमेज है. ओके. सो फॉर N3 belonging to N3 there exists there exists F2 M2 plus M3. There exists F2 M2 plus M3 belonging to M3 with this phi 3 of F2 M2 plus M3 is N3. So this means phi 3 is surjective. Phi 3 is surjective. So this proves the part 1 of this lemma. Now second part में मुझे दिखाना है phi 3 इंजेक्टिव है. तो मैं कोई भी एलिमेंट इसके कर्नल में लूंगा एंड आई विल शो दैट दैट एलिमेंट इज 0. So let M3 belonging to M3 be such that M3 belongs to kernel of phi 3. So that is to say that phi 3 of M3 is 0. Now if I take phi 4 of F3 of M3, okay, this is G3 phi 3 M3. This is G3 phi 3 M3. Phi 3 M3. Why? Because of the commutativity of this one. Commutativity of आपके पास है ना ये. Now this phi this mapping this composition phi 4 F3 बराबर है G3 phi 3 के. If you see this diagram phi 4 F3 है ना, by commutativity of this third square. By commutativity of square 2. Okay. And phi 3 M3 to 0 has, so this means it is G3 of 0 and which is 0. Okay. Now as phi 4 is injective, so 0 you can write it as phi 4 of 0. So this means your F3 of M3 is 0 because phi 4 is injective. We assumed it as injective. So this means your M3 belongs to kernel of F3. The kernel of F3 is same as image of F2. Kernel of F3 is same as image of F2. So this means there exists M2 belonging to M2 such that this F2 M2 equals M3. Okay. Now G2 phi 2 of M2. G2 phi 2 of M2 is same as phi 3 F2 of M2. Phi 3 F2 of M2. Again by commutativity of this diagram, this square 2. Okay. F2 M2 is M3, so it is phi 3 M3. And phi 3 M3 is actually 0. So this means what? This means this phi 2 M2, this element, phi 2 of M2, it belongs to kernel of G2. Kernel of G2 is same as image of G1. So this means there exists some N1 belonging to N1 such that this G1N1 is equal to phi 2 of M2. Okay. Now call this equation double star. Okay. Now F2 M2 की वैल्यू N3 है. Now call this equation say hash. So but N1 is equal to phi 1 M1 क्योंकि आपका phi 1 भी आपका सर्जेक्टिव है, आपने माना हुआ है. But as phi 1 is surjective, this N1 should be phi 1 M1 for some M1 in M1. So now if I take G1 of phi 1 of M1, this is going to be G1 of N1. Okay. But G1 phi 1 composition, this is also same as phi 2 F1. Phi 2 of F1 of this element M1. By commutate, this is this one by commutativity of square 1. By commutativity of square 1. Now F1 M1 is now phi 2 F1. So this is equal to F1 M. तो तुम्हारा क्या है? F1 M1. एक मिनट, डबल स्टार कहाँ गई? हाँ, phi 2 M2. phi 2 M2 की वैल्यू है G1 N1. तो मैं यहाँ सब्स्टिट्यूट कर सकता हूँ. G1 N1 के बदले में सब्स्टिट्यूट कर सकता हूँ phi 2 of F1 डबल स्टार, वेयर इज डबल स्टार? हाँ, डबल स्टार में G1 N1 की वैल्यू 5 to M2 है. So I will substitute it as phi2 of M2. Okay. So this is phi2 of M2. लेकिन phi2 आपका इंजेक्टिव है. So this means your F1, this is by equation double star. Okay. So this means your F1 M1 equals M2. This is because phi2 is injective. Phi2 is phi2 आपका इंजेक्टिव है. ठीक है. Now if I take now if I take F2 M2, now M2 की वैल्यू है F1 M1. So this is F2 F1 M1, which is now F2 composition F1 of M1. लेकिन F2 composition F1 जो है वो 0 है. Okay. So this is equal to 0 of M1, which is equal to 0. Okay. So F2 M2 is 0. So this means F2 M2 is, ये क्यों 0 है? Because image of F1 is same as kernel of F2 by exactness. F2 M2 की वैल्यू क्या है? M3 है. So this means M3 is 0. So M3 was any element in kernel of phi3. So this means kernel of phi3 is 0. Kernel of phi3 is 0. So this means phi3 is injective. So we have established the second part also. Now third part follows from these two, part 1 and part 2. So third follows from 1 and 2. So we have proven this five lemma. We have proven this 5 lemma. Now as a corollary of this lemma, we have a short 5 lemma. Short 5 lemma is what? Just let me write the statement of short 5 lemma. Short 5 lemma. So let alpha gamma, let the given, let the below be a commutative diagram with exact rows. With short instead of taking exact rows, I take short exact rows. Short exact rows means I am taking the modules, first one and last one module as the 0 modules. So I take this one 0 to L to M to N to 0, 0 to L dash to M dash to N dash to 0. Okay. Let it be psi, let it be phi, let it be psi dash, let it be phi dash, let it be alpha, let it be beta, let it be gamma. Then the lemma says that first part says that if alpha and beta are injective, if alpha and gamma are injective, then beta is, so is beta. If alpha and gamma are injective, then so is beta. Second, if alpha and gamma are surjective, so is beta. And lastly, if alpha and gamma are isomorphisms, then so is beta. If alpha and gamma are isomorphisms, so is beta. तो इट फॉलोज फ्रॉम द 5 लेमा, है ना, क्योंकि 5 लेमा में आपके पास ये वाली कंडीशन जो आपने, क्योंकि ये मॉड्यूल्स यहाँ आपके 0 मॉड्यूल्स हैं, जैसे 5 लेमा की अगर आप पहली कंडीशन देखोगे तो हमने जो 5 पे कंडीशन ली है, बाकी कंडीशन तो सेम है। अब यहाँ पे हमारा एक्स्ट्रा मॉड्यूल था M5 और N5, तो हमने 5 एक पे कंडीशन ली कि 5 जो है वो इंजेक्टिव है, लेकिन वो कंडीशन हमारी यहाँ ट्रू है इस केस में भी, क्योंकि ये हमारा 0 मॉड्यूल है। सो 0 से 0 पे तो एक ही मैप एग्जिस्ट करेगा, 0 मैप, जो कि इस 0 को 0 पे मैप करेगा, वो तो ऑब्वियसली इंजेक्टिव होगा। ओके, तो ये एक्चुअली 5 लेमा से ही फॉलो होगा, क्योंकि जो 5 लेमा की कंडीशन है वो ये सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है, ये वाली कंडीशन जो इस मैप की इंजेक्टिविटी हमने फर्स्ट पार्ट में मानी थी, सारी इसको हमने सब्जेक्टिव माना था शायद, सो इट डजेंट मैटर। और यहाँ पे भी जो हमने इस मैप पे जो कंडीशन ली थी 5 लेमा में, वो होल्ड कर रही है, बिकॉज इट इज 0 मॉड्यूल, सो यू हैव नथिंग टू प्रूव हियर। हमने बीच वाली कंडीशंस हमारे पास इंपॉर्टेंट है, इन वाली कंडीशन, इस पे कंडीशन 5 लेमा पे भी हमारे पास यही था कि अल्फा और गामा की जो प्रॉपर्टी है वही बीटा की है। जैसे हमारे पास था वहाँ 5 2 और 5 4 की जो प्रॉपर्टी है वही 5 3 की भी है, वेदर इट इज इंजेक्टिविटी या सब्जेक्टिविटी। और ये दोनों कंडीशंस आपकी होल्ड करेंगी बिकॉज दे आर 0 मॉड्यूल्स। सो एक्चुअली इट फॉलोज फ्रॉम 5 लेमा। सो प्रूफ follows by 5 lemma. Okay, but you can write the independent proof of this also without assuming the 5 lemma in hand. I will give you as an exercise, so write the independent proof without using the 5 lemma. Write the proof without 5 lemma. Okay, so I will end this class. If you have questions, then you can ask, please. Otherwise, I will end. CR, you take the attendance. CR, आप attendance ले लो.
यस सर।
तो इसका आप इसका प्रूफ लिखो जो है ना, शॉर्ट 5 लेमा का इंडिपेंडेंट प्रूफ भी आप लिख सकते हैं। हैव यू टेकन?
यस सर।
हाँ, कुछ पूछना है बताओ। So write down the proof of short 5 lemma, independent proof. Proof follows from 5 lemma, but you can write the independent proof as well.